Hello viewers, welcome to Neandla Online. In our video Ophthalmic Lens Part 1, we learned about lens definition, characteristics, indications, cardinal data and how to calculate power of a lens using focal length. In today's video, we are going to learn more and more about types of lenses. Spherical lenses, forms, identification, image formation and uses, astigmatic lenses and toric lenses. These are the important points we are going to learn in today's session. Spherical lens is a part of spherical surface with uniform curvature. Because of uniform curvature, a spherical lens consists of same power in all the meridian and form a point image of a point object. And it is defined as a lens which form a single point focus. Spherical lens is of two types, convex lenses and concave lenses. Convex lenses, convex spherical surface compared with a slice of the side of a glass ball. This is a glass ball with radius of curvature r. This surface is the convex spherical surface. Then concave lenses. Concave spherical surface is an exact mold for a glass ball of equal radius of curvature. This area is the concave surface of spherical surface with a radius r. Convex lenses. Convex lenses converts the light rays to a point focus, so it is also known as a converging lens. We also called a convex lens as a plus lens. Do you know the reason? We know that according to sign convention, all the distance measured from optical center to right side of the lens are positive. A convex lens form its image on right side and form a positive focal length, so it is also called as a plus lens. It is defined as a lens which has at least one convex surface and converges light rays to a point focus. Forms of convex lenses: biconvex, equiconvex, planus convex and plus meniscus. In biconvex form, both the surfaces, front surface and back surface are convex with unequal power. Second one, equiconvex. It is a subtype of biconvex in which both surfaces has equal power. Then plano-convex, in which one surface is plano or with zero power and all the power of the lens is contributed by other convex surface. Then plus meniscus, in which one surface is convex and other surface is concave and the power of convex surface will be greater than that of concave surface. Image formation using a convex lens. An image formed by a convex lens depends on the position of object. When the object placed between f and 2f, this brown line is the object, the image will form beyond 2f. This green line represents image. It will be real, inverted and magnified when the object placed at f. This is the object, the image formed at infinity and it will be real, inverted and highly magnified. When the object placed between optical center and 2f, the image formed on same side of the object, it will be virtual, erect and enlarged. When the object is placed at 2f, the image formed at 2f, it will be real, inverted and same size as the object. When the object is placed at 2f, beyond 2f, the image will be formed between f and 2f. It will be real, inverted and diminished. When the object is placed at infinity, the image formed at focus, the characteristics of image will be real, inverted and extremely diminished. These are the characteristics and nature of image formed by a convex lens in different position. Identification of convex lens. A convex lens is thicker at the center than its edges. It shows magnification of object. When the lens is moved, the object seen through it move in opposite direction. These are the identification criteria for a convex lens. Then indication of a convex lens. It is used for correction of hypermetropia, presbyopia and aphakia. In oblique illumination examination, used as a magnifying lens in many instruments including the infrared ophthalmoscope. Then it also used as a converging lens in instruments like autorefractometer, slit lamp, etc. These are the major indications of a convex lens. That is spherical power. ds or diopter spherical is the abbreviation for spherical lens power. So suffix ds after each power and prefix plus sign before dioptric power. Why? A convex lens has a positive focal length. So for identifying the type of lens, we always prefix plus sign or minus sign before the lens. For a convex lens, we add plus sign before the lens. For example, +2 diopter spherical. Concave lenses. Concave lenses diverge the light rays from a point focus and form its image on left side of the lens. We know that according to sign convention, all the distance measured from optical center to left side of the lens is negative. So a concave lens form a negative focal length. That's why we called a concave lens as a diverging lens or a minus lens. And it is defined as a lens which has at least one concave surface and diverge light rays from the principal axis. Like convex lenses, concave lenses also consist of four forms: biconcave, equiconcave, planoconcave, and minus meniscus. In biconcave, both surfaces of the lens are concave with unequal power. In equiconcave, it is a type of biconcave, but the front and back surface has equal amount of power. Then planoconcave. In planoconcave, one surface is plano and all the power of the lens is contributed by other concave surface. In minus meniscus, one surface is concave and other surface is convex, and the power of concave surface will be greater than that of convex surface. Image formation by a concave lens. A concave lens always produces a virtual, erect and diminished image of an object. Writing concave spherical power. ds diopter spherical is the abbreviation for spherical lens power. So suffix ds after each power and prefix minus sign to indicate the type of lens, that is a concave lens, before the dioptric power. For example, -2 diopter spherical. Astigmatic lenses. An astigmatic lens is a lens with different radius of curvature. Because of difference in radius of curvature, this lens has different power in different meridians, and the term astigmatism means A mean absent and stigma means point. An astigmatic lens form a line image of a point object. It is defined as a lens which is capable of forming a line image of a point object. It is of two types: cylindrical lenses and spherocylindrical lenses. Cylindrical lens is the combination of cylindrical surface with plano surface, and spherocylindrical lens is the combination of cylindrical surface with a spherical surface. Cylindrical lenses. A cylindrical lens is a part of clear glass cylinder and form a line image of a point object, which consists of two principal meridians, axis meridian and the power meridian. Axis meridian, it is the meridian with zero curvature and zero power. This meridian acts as a reference for determining lens orientations. Then power meridian, it is the meridian right angle to the axis meridian with maximum curvature. Based on the curvature in power meridian, cylindrical lenses are divided into two: plano-convex cylinders and plano-concave cylinder. Plano-convex cylinder, it is used to converge light rays in one meridian, and plano-concave cylinder is used to diverge light rays in one meridian. Writing cylindrical power. A cylindrical lens power is always specified in diopter with the orientation of the lens axis. Example, plus 2.50 dc into 180. This is a convex plano cylinder, and minus 2.50 dc into 180. This one is a concave plano cylinder. Identification of cylindrical lenses. Cylindrical lenses show movement of object only in one meridian, that is power meridian, and the axis meridian shows no movement of the object. When the cylindrical lens rotates, the object seen through it will distort. Indication of cylindrical lenses. It is used to correct simple astigmatism. Plano-convex cylinder used for correcting simple hyperopic astigmatism, and plano-concave cylinder used for correction of simple myopic astigmatism. Then it is also used in Maddox road. It is used for detection of heterophoria and consists of a series of strong convex cylinders. Spherocylindrical lenses. A spherocylindrical lens can be defined as a spherical lens combined with a cylindrical lens. Like cylindrical lenses, these lenses also contain two principal meridians, axis meridian and the power meridians. Axis meridian, it is a meridian which has minimum curvature and minimum power, and the power meridian is the meridian which has maximum power and maximum curvature. It is of two types, compound spherocylinders and mixed spherocylinder. In compound spherocylinder, both the principal meridians are either convex or concave. For example, plus 2 diopter sphere with plus 1 diopter cylinder at 90. This correction is used for compound hyperopic astigmatism. Then second one, minus 2 diopter sphere with minus 1 diopter cylinder at 180. This correction is used for compound myopic astigmatism. Then mixed spherocylinder, in which one meridian is convex and other meridian is concave. For example, plus 1 diopter sphere with minus 2 diopter cylinder at 180. Then second one, minus 1 diopter sphere with plus 2 diopter cylinder at 90. Writing a spherocylindrical lens. First, write the spherical power followed by cylindrical power and axis. For example, plus 3 diopter spherical. This is the spherical component of spherocylindrical lens. Then plus 1.50 diopter cylinder at 180. 180 is the axis of the cylinder. Then, identification of spherocylindrical lenses. Spherocylindrical lens cause scissor-like movement on rotation. The spherocylindrical lens act in two directions, but axis meridian show minimum movement and the power meridian shows maximum movement. Indications of spherocylindrical lens. It is used to correct compound and mixed astigmatism. In Jackson cross cylinder, which is used for refinement of power and axis of cylinder during subjective refraction. Image formation by a spherocylinder lens. Configuration of light ray through a spherocylindrical surface is known as Sturm's conoid. This diagram is the Sturm's conoid. We can discuss different level and shape of bundle of light in that level. For example, at point A, convergence of vertical rays are more than horizontal rays. A horizontal oval or oblate ellipse is formed. This red line is the vertical ray and blue line indicate horizontal rays. This is the first point, point A. Here a horizontal oval is formed. Then second one at point P, it is the first focus. Vertical rays are more come to focus and the horizontal rays are still converging. A horizontal line is formed. This is the point of first focus. At point C, divergence of vertical rays are exactly equal to convergence of horizontal rays and form a circle known as circle of least confusion or circle of least diffusion. It occurs at exactly midpoint between two foci. Then at point D, the divergence of vertical rays are more than convergence of horizontal ray. A vertical oval is formed. At point T, it is the second focus. Horizontal rays are come to focus and vertical rays are still diverging and vertical line is formed. All the points beyond E, both horizontal rays and vertical rays are diverging. A vertical oval is formed. This is the circle of least confusion and this is the point D and this is the second focus. The distance between first focus point B and second focus point T is known as focal interval of Sturm. TABO guidelines are developed by Technical Committee for Spectacle Optics in 1928 for axis alignment of astigmatic lenses, in which the orientation of axis is described from the viewpoint of an examiner, where 0 degree correspond to horizontal meridian and labeled as 180 degree and 90 degree correspond to vertical meridian. When the cylindrical axis rotates in anti-clockwise direction, angle of cylindrical lens increases and stop at 180 degree. An astigmatic lens made in meniscus form for improving image quality is called as a toric lens. The word toroidal is derived from a Latin word torus, which is used to describe the ring-shaped molding at the base of an ancient stone. A toric lens has two principal curves, that is base curve and cross curve, and two principal radius of curvature on the same surface, and the opposite surface has a convex or concave spherical curve. There are three formation. Tire formation. It is the most commonly used formation in mass production of a toric lens. It is called as tire formation due to the resemblance with the shape of a motor tire. It can be manufactured with the help of a conventional surfacing equipment and available as stock range toric lenses. This is the tire formation of a toric lens. Then second one, barrel formation. Toric lens made by barrel formation has improved off-axis performance at low power. It is not possible to produce a large quantity of lenses from a single toric block of barrel formation. So, this formation is only useful for small scale production of toric lenses. Then last one, capstan formation. It is also known as saddle or mixed formation, in which one principal meridian is convex and other is concave. This type of toric lens formation is mainly used for solid bifocal lens production. This one is the barrel formation and this is the capstan formation. Writing a toric lens. We represent a toric lens like base curve by cross curve divided by sphere curve. Base curve and cross curve. This is the first surface and this one is the second surface of a toric lens. Base curve, it is the lowest numerical curve and RB is the radius of curvature of base curve. Cross curve, it is the highest numerical curve and RC is the radius of curvature of cross curve. Sphere curve, it is the difference between spherical component of prescription and base curve of the lens. Thank you very much for watching. For more videos, please subscribe our channel Niyantla Online and give your valuable suggestions in comment section. Once again, thank you.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.